Hello and good morning, everybody. How are we doing? It is Friday, lovely Friday over here in New York. I'm trying to use anything I can to get the cords out of the way. I'm gonna try to look a little bit more professional here. Lovely day. Tomorrow it's gonna get up to 80 degrees. My wife told me that. I couldn't believe it. I had to fact check her. She's right. I'm unreal. Gonna rain though. Gonna rain. A lot of rain coming up. I'm going to do my best. Actually, Greg just texted me. He said he's going to hop on again. Back-to-back days with Greg. Who would have thought? I mean, what were the odds on those? Probably 75, 80 to 1. I would think. Yeah. Well, still sick. Like I just got sick. I think Tuesday night when I was at the Knicks game, I could feel it. And then Wednesday I was like kind of hurting. And then yesterday I was like, all right, I'm like full on sick. So now I think like Thursday was like bottom and I had to run out too, which sucked. I think like today is like going to suck, but get better. You know what I mean? And I got to go to an engagement party on Saturday night that I very much would like to go to. So I really need to get better. So I'm shutting it down today, like shutting it all the way down. But yes, I'm gonna do my best to put on a stream. It's nice of Greg to join. So I sent him the link. Who knows? He might be 48 minutes late, and the stream will be 45 minutes long, and then we'll never see him. But you never know with Greg. It keeps you on your toes. Also, I've had a large iced coffee. I've had a cup of tea. I've drank about 4 cups of water. Also a juice. And I don't fuck around when I get sick. Hit the sauna, but I've had a lot of fluids in me, so I'm gonna pee. All right, I'm gonna be peeing a lot. So just get ready for that. Rocking the Tampa Bay Buccaneers sweater from Homage, whatever the fuck it's called. I don't know where my race stuff is. It might be in Florida, or maybe it's under my bed in like the summer stuff. So I'll have to find it. I'll have to find my Wade Boggs. I almost said Vid Boggs. Sometimes when you say Franz Wagner so much, the W's, you begin to pronounce them like the. You know what I mean? Anyway, it's just a cultured thing. No big deal. What's up? Pause. What did I say? And stocks will be down today. No race stuff. Fake fan watch. I don't even know what you're talking about. Greg over 1.5 weekly appearances. 80 to 1 was hard. No shit. Yeah, everyone I know is getting sick. Yeah, it's rough out there. This is not like. Most of my life, I didn't get sick very often. I would have like one really bad, time out of the year I would get sick. But like the last like year or two, I don't know. I've been getting sick a little bit more often than not. Probably because I haven't been the healthiest. Living the healthiest lifestyle. I can do better. I certainly can do better. But could also be the vaccine. I'm just kidding. No, but I think that there's shit going around nonstop, and it's just a dirty city out there. Also, traveling. I did have a flight last Wednesday. Every time I travel a lot or anything, it also fucks me up too. What does it say? New York is gross. Yeah, so it sounds like, what does it say? The ho in homage is pronounced Columbus Company. Oh, okay. So it's homage. Voila. Homage. Yeah, I like it. I like their stuff. It's good stuff. And it's not too bad on pricing. Well, I hope everybody had a nice opening day. I did not. I was terrible in baseball. 2-2 in Sweet 16, which I'll take. But sometimes you just kind of feel like the gambling gods. You ever seen Squid Games? In Squid Games where it's like at the end of the show, everybody's got the the challenges, but then it's just a bunch of rich people like sitting on top and watching all the peasants battle it out. And kind of some string pulling and whatnot. Sometimes you feel like the gambling gods are just kind of watching you and they just hone in on you and they pick you and they're like, we're going to fuck with this guy. I bet on Rafael Devers to have over 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs. All I really asked for was like, hey, you know what? Like, even if the bet doesn't hit, just don't go 0 for 4 and strike out at every at bat. That's what he did. All right. So that was the worst possible scenario. Giants first 5. It's like, hey, you know what? Maybe just don't have the Giants lose the first 5 and win the full game. That's exactly what happened. So that was great. Blue Jays. Blue Jays team total over. Hey, maybe it'd be great if the Blue Jays like didn't get no hit through 4 innings from Zach Eflin. Like, let's just not have Zach Eflin come out and shove his dick down their face. And that's exactly what happened. So that was great. There was one more. What happened? Oh, and then it's like, with BYU, it's like, hey, if BYU's not going to cover, which is fine, that you lose by 11, whatever, they don't cover the 5 up. But like, maybe like have Alabama just not set a record for 3-pointers made. That happened. And then the real kick in the nuts was the Magic. I told Steak, I was texting Steak like the Mavericks last night. The Magic were 6.5-point favorites. And I was like, I don't want to lay 6.5. I respect your take. But I was like, the Magic been playing like hard. They've been playing like determined. I was like, I like the Magic to come out and win the first half. That's what I said to myself. I looked at the spread. It was -3.5. And then I saw the first quarter. I never bet first quarters. But I was like, you know what? Instead of betting the Magic first half, it was -3.5. Let me just bet the first quarter. It's -1.5. So I took the Magic to win the first quarter. They scored 15 points. And they lost the first quarter. What did they do? They won the first half, and they covered. I think it was like 50-43. So, anyways, I mean, it was just all kicks in the dick and the dick. So that's how my Thursday was. Now I hope, you know what I mean, this long grind of gambling. Sometimes you feel like the gambling gods will be like, all right, he's taken enough of a beating. Let's give him some bounces, Let's give him some bounces. Greg, good morning. I didn't even see you down there.
Close.
Do you need a
I'm good.
You're good? Yeah. Well, now that we're on YouTube and the videos post to YouTube, I feel like when you watch YouTube streams, it looks much better when it's all the way on your TV rather than this.
Oh, I see what you mean.
Yeah.
So I felt like I was leaning in too close, but
no.
You're zooming in on me.
No, you're good. You're good. You could like back up. Steak like hunches over a little bit. Steak always does this thing too, where he like lets his face rest like this. Like when you're eating, you remember those Taco Bell commercials where it's like how to eat the taco? Cool jacket, by the way.
It's denim jacket season, baby.
Is it? Why don't you center yourself a little bit though? Turn your camera a little bit. Yeah. That's good.
There we go.
You look great. How was your Sweet 16?
1-1. Actually, no, I put a half unit on the Bama over. But man, I got to stop betting unders. I had that Arkansas Texas Tech under, looked great all game, and then it goes to overtime and went over in overtime. But I did have Arizona, and that I was chalking that up to be a loss when Duke came in the second half and was just crushing them. And they fought back. So
yeah. So I took some Tylenol PM at like 9:30. Hit me pretty hard with like 5 minutes into the second half of that Duke game, so I didn't make it. But when Arizona tied it like 42-42, and then, by the way, shout out Snowman Sports. He had Duke -5.5 in the first half, and yeah, I mean, like I would love one of those bounces today. That'd be great. But
they talked about Caleb Love in the beginning of the game, and just like sometimes he is just basically goes hero mode, and that's exactly what, like, it made no sense there for him to shoot that 3 with 8 seconds left.
No.
Like, if you're gonna pull up for a bad 3, whatever, but don't do it with 8 seconds left where Duke can get it, run down, and hit their own 3. Like, worst case, you go in down by 3, and idiot.
Yeah, it was brutal. I mean, if you had Arizona first half, like RIP, I feel terrible for you. But shout out Snowman, good dude. I think I'm all for people getting good bounces. And also at the end of the day, I'm over here pleading for good bounces. Maybe I just don't make shit wagers like the Magic first quarter.
I don't know, man. Everybody that got a good bounce, somebody got an equally terrible bad bounce. So
yeah. So but I was watching Arizona. They went out to a pretty good lead. Duke ended up going on an 11-0 run. And there, even when Arizona tied it up, you kind of always felt like Duke was clearly the better team. And I took a small, 0.2 units on Arizona money line. I did take the spread for a full unit, so I made money on the game, but I never thought Arizona was going to win. I was never confident in that. Duke just looks so fucking good. But when that first half ended like that, I thought Duke was going to win the game by like 16 points. And I really, like you said, chalked it up. How did you watch the full game? How did Arizona?
I did.
So how did they cover? Was it
no, not at all.
Duke fall asleep? Or?
No, not even Duke fell asleep. They just started playing really. I mean, so Dims is calling me out. I'm not blaming Love for that game by any means, but that
He
was a
did not.
really
Dims,
bad.
keep it 100. We didn't blame Dims for anything. He just said really bad shot, which it was. But Love played very well.
He did. He played
Yeah.
fantastic, and that was the thing. He willed them back into it, but it was just to come back from Duke by that big of a margin that late is tough. That's insane. He's
Insane
so good.
take. I just want to make
He's
it clear
so good.
though, Yay lads. I don't know. Yay lads sometimes is like in the DGen corner, and then sometimes a little bit of a DGen chirper, but that's okay. I like people that keep us on our toes. This is Yay lads is the same person that watched me and Beeve play basketball and said Beeve took it easy on me and didn't play tight defense. So this is an insane take. That I don't know. All I thought when I watched
Do you think Beeve was giving it his hardest all game long?
playing defense.
Oh, okay, playing defense. Yeah.
Playing. Yes,
Okay.
Greg. Beeve admitted he went out there. He was pissed off. Ohio State also lost to Iowa. He lost a lot of money gambling. He admitted he wanted to beat me 15-0, and it was very evident. But we're not going to talk about this. Complete bot. No. Yay lads is fine, but that's just an insane take. Beeve played tight defense, but did not give it his all. LOL. I mean, that's a crazy take. DJ trying to cope. I'm not trying to cope.
If you played again, do you think the score would be? Do you think he would beat you 15-0 if you played again?
Likely.
Yeah.
But
the one shot was nice.
Yeah, it was not my favorite shot. Like that, I had shots that felt better.
Oh, okay. You also had shots that felt and looked way worse.
Oh, yeah, like they weren't even shots. They were literally prayers.
I still wish somebody from the chat made a DGen shot chart because you hit the back of the backboard like twice, which is just remarkable.
I did. So I will say this though. I do think if I were to practice basketball conditioning a little bit more, like sprinting, I think I could make it 15-4.
Yeah,
I do.
If I were to really practice and got a great 3-pointer, I could probably put up 6 points. So yeah, if I had a great 3-point shot, I could probably beat Beef.
Sure.
Andrew 6 inches before the game.
No,
we're throwing out ifs, right? Why not?
No, like I think I could get a little bit more, like I could run not by him, but like away from him a little bit better. In fairness, Beeve didn't have to put in too much energy on. No, you're right. See, okay, on offense, he'd have to put in energy because I was dead after
that. That's what I was thinking. Yeah, on offense, Beeve didn't seem like he was giving it.
No. Okay, yes. Offensively, he could just chill, and I gave him too much space, but I had to. I couldn't play him tight because I was dying on the inside. There was no effort on. I mean, this is just crazy. That's an insane hill to die on. But again, it's the same person who just said Cooper Flag is overrated. So you're going to get crazy sports takes in all facets in life. With the attempts you were taking, you shot like elementary school kid who's never shot a basketball before. Yes, but I want to remind you guys, I can shoot a basketball. I can't go in, but you've seen my form. Like I can shoot. When there is someone 6 inches taller than you with orangutan arms guarding you like this, you can't shoot. You have to you just have to get lucky. And I got lucky one time. I got very lucky one time. Honestly, the shots DJ was getting off for the most part were impressive besides the first shot. First shot was terrible. So anyways, baseball. Greg, did you bet some baseball?
I did. I did not do well.
Well, did you do better than me? I was 0 for 4.
I did better than you, yes.
Okay, great. Why don't you get fucking super excited about it?
Well, I didn't. I would not. I think I was 1 for 3.
That is better than me. Steak had a nice day. Steak didn't get cute. He didn't bet any team totals or first fives. He just played the full games. I think he took the.
It's too early to get cute with first 5, I think.
Well, that's what. Listen, Cam's money has been red hot. He's a ball knower, and I have no problem tailing people. At the end of the day, I would never blame someone for a shit wager. But taking it a step back, like last year was the first year I really leaned into first fives, and I'm happy to do it again. But I agree. I think when baseball season starts, you have to figure these teams out a little bit. And, I guess you could say, okay, you want to fade Hunter Green. You think they have pitching advantages for Logan Webb. And then if you look at the bullpens, I think I remember Javon or somebody telling me like the Reds bullpen got better. So therefore, again, if you're just being smart, why not just lean into Logan Webb? Why would you want to go full game where there's no advantage with the bullpen. I guess I could see that that angle, but for me, para me, no more of that. No more team totals. RIP to the Blue Jays.
It's
What
crazy to say no more team totals on March.
No. I'm sorry. Like, they're not banned, but no more like right now in the interim.
God, no more for March.
Yeah, there's 3 days left. Yeah. Yes.
Exactly.
Yeah. So sides only. I'll play totals. I thought the Yankees were a pretty good bet. I saw the Brewers were very popular. Red Sox came through. The Giants ended up winning the full game. There was another one Stake had that I thought was a pretty good bet. Oh, I saw a lot of people on the Diamondbacks yesterday. Cubs came through. So Dodgers are just.
I was on the D-backs.
Oh, you had the D-backs? Okay. What was the one that you won?
Red Sox.
Nice. That was a grind because Crochet did not come out looking very, very sharp.
And actually, I did take the Orioles too. I didn't put on my action. It was just an impulse thing where I saw a lot of people on the Blue Jays, and then I saw Betting Queen, and I was like, all right, I got to get the Orioles.
Yep. Yeah, it's so funny. It's like, let's actually recap a little Sweet 16, and then let's talk about the board today. It's so funny, Alan Dims did a very good job at this, and I think he is a pretty sharp dude and a disciplined, smart bettor in this chat.
He's just rude.
He's just rude. Yeah, but that's okay. I don't mind assholes.
No.
So he had a B Kelly with a sub bang. Appreciate you. Full fade MLB yesterday means I'm getting hot. I agree. So, but he had a good point. He was like, listen, after the first round, when we were talking about Auburn versus Creighton and Purdue versus McNeese, don't overreact. Don't overreact. And it's so true. I think I overreacted a little bit with fading Alabama, not being impressed by them, and betting on BYU. Now, at the end of the day, if you were to tell me BYU was to score 88, I'd probably still feel pretty confident that they can cover the 5.5 because Bama scoring 90, 91, 93, whatever. I can take that. But I guess where I overreacted was watching Alabama play St. Mary's and Robert Morris and being like, I'm out on Alabama. I threw everything out of the window on Alabama. And I'm not crazy about their team necessarily, but I love Mark Sears. Steak was up here, and Steak doesn't have a lot of idiotic takes. He's a grounded,
Oh, Steak and I, that was Steak and I against, he likes Ziegler and I like Sears.
Yeah. Okay, so you're here for that. And I say a lot of silly shit, but let's go, Greg, with 5 sub bangs. Greg is here to get the vibes
on the phone.
As we just got 100.
I can't. Can I do it from the actual chat? I have to do it from my phone, right?
No, you can, but you have to go to the Twitch website, and I don't know that you have to go to twitch.com on the desktop. Wait, is that what you're asking me? Can you do it on the computer?
Yeah.
Yeah, you have to go to twitch.com, go to the stream, and then there's a thing that says gift sub. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I'm not going to figure that out.
No, you're not going to figure it out. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
But anyway,
I zoned out as soon as you have to go to this on the website. I was like, I'm not.
I know. Mark Sears, that game against St. Mary's, I kept saying it. I'm like, I had Alabama and I was bitching, and I'm like, Mark Sears is off. He was off. He had a bad game, shooting wise. I forget what his stats were, but he kept shooting. I'm like, stop shooting. Just facilitate. Give it to your other dudes. You'll be fine. I wanted him to cover the 5.5. They did, but Mark Sears in a bounce back spot after that with a week off, 4 or 5 days off, whatever. And coming in and playing a team like BYU, anybody that bet on Alabama or on Mark Sears, tip of the cap to you, because that was a very, very good bet. They were unbelievable last night. Did you watch that BYU Alabama game?
Yeah.
Oh, dude, they were playing. I'm not going to say flawless, but they were. You could just tell when a team takes a shot and they're confident,
Mm-hmm.
They just,
and then their confidence keeps going up. They're taking more shots. They're hitting more shots. Yeah.
God,
I don't even blame BYU. What do you do?
What
do you do? The other team just can't miss.
I actually thought BYU was playing fairly well. And, their game plan was attacking the paint, and they did a really good job of that. They were getting points inside. They were playing really well down low, but you can't keep trading threes for twos. And then if you just miss a couple, let's go. Total Slayer follows you up with 5 more sub bangs. Thank you, Total Slayer. Let's go. Who's getting these? We got Jawan, Texas Jordan, Boonunk, Slappy, Viper, Shaggy, Wayne, Aboon with another one. Aboon, did you get 2 sub bangs? No. Love that. 10 subs. So anyways, kudos to Alabama and Mark Sears. Mark Sears is fucking awesome. And then what was the other game? Maryland, Florida. Florida's too much.
Florida looks good.
Florida looks really good.
I think it's all going to boil down, and which sucks. I think it's going to boil down to Florida Duke, and Duke's going to beat them.
5 more subs from Cam is money. Wow, the vibes are high on a Friday.
There we go, Cam.
The vibes are high. Greg, all kudos to you because you got this started. What do we get? Level 4? Level 4. We got a hype train level 4 in 2 minutes. Cam is money. Shout out Toyota Thon. Fun name right there. Epic Kitty. That's such a Twitch name. Gambols. Ragtag 7. We are at a hype train level 5 right now. Love it. Awesome fucking vibes. Yo, good morning. What's up, Tristan Toledo? Someone tell me Michigan has a chance today. We'll talk about that. Yeah, the Terps did not come out with their best game. They had 9 points in the first 9 minutes. The over got there. Thank God to that walk on the
dude. I was sweating for you. I didn't take it, but I was sweating for you. I didn't think you were going to get it because it got down to that minute left, and you could just see Maryland dribble down, Florida dribble down, boom, minute gone.
I needed 6 points in the last 3 minutes, and I'm like, this should not be a sweat. But there was clank, there was turnover, there was clank, there was turnover. And then when they cleared the benches, I'm like, all right, guys, because you don't have the last 40 seconds.
But sometimes those backups come in and they're like, oh, I'm fucking shooting.
Yep.
I'm fucking shooting. I think every game went over last night.
Every game went over? Oh, yeah, because Texas Tech went OT. Yep.
Yeah, that's
so game 3, Arizona Duke. We talked about that already. Texas Tech, I did not watch a lot of, and I thought Texas Tech was dead. Did you watch Texas Tech, Arkansas?
Yeah, I did. I stayed up and we even watched overtime.
DGen, the 150 to 1 ticket has serious life. What's the 150 to 1 ticket? Is that Bucknut? You talking about the parlay you showed me? Yeah, you catch that parlay, you better be fucking buying a hoodie, Bucknut, for what I had to endure watching Ohio State championship. Get yourself a hoodie, by the way. They're very comfortable. I just followed up with the manufacturer. I need those coupons for the winners of the giveaways. Yeah, 2 days ago. Don't worry. Uncle DGen's on top of it. Arkansas legendary sell job. Yep. Fellas, how does Duke put up 100 and not cover? Arizona can shoot. That's nothing crazy. That's nothing crazy. Use Papa Prime's card to give 5. Yep. Willard is not a good coach. Killed on the glass too. Yep. Every game went over. Every favorite won. Vegas in shambles.
Well, 2 dogs did cover.
2 dogs covered. 2 dogs covered. All right, let's talk about the Sweet 16 tonight, Greg, and then we'll touch on some MLB, and then we'll probably make.
I got a question before you because I thought about asking you this yesterday. Do you think, and this is a question for the chat too, better chance of a Final Four that's all 1 seeds, or better chance of a Final Four that's all SEC? DJ's blowing his nose.
All 1 seeds or all SEC?
Yeah.
All 1 seeds. Well, because you have to rely on. Oh, no, wait. I thought you had to rely on Ole Miss.
You get Auburn. It's crazy, man.
Okay, so Auburn in one region, Florida down low. Bottom right would be Tennessee or Kentucky beating Houston. But then the
top right, you need Bama to beat Duke.
Oh, I don't think Bama's beating Duke.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
I don't think so. Yeah.
Should I cash out my Bama ticket for $3 in profit?
No.
Yeah, I know. I'm kidding.
That's a pretty good question.
Because you have more dogs in the fight with the SEC.
Yeah, I don't see how Alabama plays, but I don't either. But they did have 2 like sluggish games. It wouldn't surprise me if they had 2 decent games back to back. I'm not saying they're gonna follow that up with a stinker. But man, how do you, dude? Like, I'm just so Duke is fucking good, like
good,
scary good. I think they can. I don't know who. Even if they play Florida, dude, what do you think that spread is? 4.5.
Duke, I was gonna say 3.5. You're probably right. Duke's I mean, what's Duke versus Bama?
Oh yeah, that line's got to be up.
I think it was 5.5. I think it was 6.5 last night. Actually, it's up to 7.5.
Bama Duke over will be the most bet thing tomorrow, and it will cash easily. Yeah. Yeah, it's not that. Go ahead.
I'm just going to be degen for a second, but what are they doing with these time slots? I'm trying to watch two games that are both tight at the end, and it's like all day there's nothing. Like stagger them. It was infuriating because I'm trying to watch fucking the end of the Arkansas game because I'm sweating that under, and I'm also trying to watch Arizona cover, and it's like I got to watch the split screen. Like at this point, I love the quad box, but at this point in the tournament, you want to be more intimate with each game. Like why do we have two games coming down to the wire at fucking 1 a.m? It's insane to me. It's insane.
Yeah, I was texting with Drew this morning, and he said, hilarious that when the tournament finally gets good, it's when 80% of the country is asleep.
Yeah.
It's I don't know. I've never understood it. I don't know. I don't understand how the people making these decisions could be so stupid.
And I don't know what Sunday is, but Saturday's I think 6 and 8. Like, come on.
You're like, why do we need to appease the West Coast so much? Also, I have another question. I forgot mid-major Matt was at the Florida Maryland game. Was that in San Francisco?
Yes. It was out west.
What? Why would Florida and Maryland be playing in San Francisco?
No idea.
Like, is that not stupid? That stadium, I saw the pictures he put. That stadium looked empty. I'm not flying.
It was empty in the beginning, yeah.
If I'm a fucking Maryland basketball fan, because the committee is clueless. Why are they so stupid? Florida and Duke are on the same side of the bracket, I believe. No, they're not. No, they're on the bottom.
Yeah, left. Houston should have been the West
because of the SEC fucking the seeds.
Because you had two SEC 1 seeds that screwed stuff up.
That's so stupid.
That kind of makes sense.
That's so stupid. That's right. Arkansas too. That makes absolutely no sense. Absolutely no sense. Oh, it's crazy. Yeah, that shit. Yes. Scheffler now takes a one-shot lead. All right, we don't want those updates. Florida had zero representation in the crown, was hilarious. I mean, bro, I'm not flying to fucking San Francisco, sorry, to watch a fucking college basketball game. I'm not. You know, like Final Fours in Indianapolis, like, yeah, convenient for everybody to get to. It's like in the center of the country. You can like make it a little bit east and west, but all the way in no.
Yeah.
Neither here nor there. Greg, let's talk these games tonight. So BYU became an unbelievably trendy dog. It was a button I pushed early in the week. And I'm okay with it. I'm at peace with it. But again, you know, we talked about like kind of blocking out the noise and not worrying about who's on what's on who, what's public, what's this, what's that. That one was hard to ignore. There was a lot of people on BYU. And then
I said that yesterday.
No, I know. But then you get Big Cat, game of the millennium or game of the year, BYU. And it's like,
oh,
you know,
and win streak's over.
Yeah. You know, I was watching, there was like an Action Network stream, and I don't even know who it was. Like, I'm not anti those guys that they have on there, but I like to hear opinions and stuff and listening to VSiN. And when you get these, when you get people that start talking about like their favorite bets, everybody's first bet was BYU. And I was like,
everybody's wanted to fade Bama every step of the way, which is the only thing that's encouraging me about that ticket, because I do think people are going to be on Duke again, because who sees Bama hitting a million threes, right?
So what I'm getting at here, and I would like the chat to participate. And again, good morning if you're watching in Twitch. Thank you for subscribing and following the page. If you're in YouTube, please hit the like button and make sure you're subscribed to the YouTube page. And Twitter, hit us with a retweet or something. Do something. Make yourself useful. But what I'm getting at is this. I'd like to know the chat's response. Are we at all getting concerned? I put Ole Miss in early in the week too. Are we getting concerned that everybody, similar to fading Bama, is fading Michigan State?
I'm getting really cold feet on Ole Miss. I don't think I'm actually going to punch it in.
I don't blame you.
Is this the first game you want to talk about?
Well, it's the first game on the slate.
Yeah. I think it's Michigan State.
Yeah. Please, chat, taking the under in this game. It's Michigan State. Well, before you tell me what it is or isn't, just tell me what you think about what I said. Do you feel like Ole Miss, not you, I'm asking the chat. Do you feel like Ole Miss is kind of BYU-ish tonight? Michigan State wins.
I don't think nearly as much, but I just don't think anyone's giving Michigan State the respect they need. Michigan State seems like the Alabama of the other side of the bracket.
Yeah.
Where everybody wants to fade them every game.
Okay.
And it's not working.
I am getting Oh. You don't think so? I could see that. Kentucky's been good, dude. Nobody really
I've seen a lot of Tennessee, though. I didn't see a lot of people on Bama.
Ole Miss is more like the Hogs. Yeah. I don't know. I'm riding with Izzo. I've learned. Good for you, Toki Tok. That's fine. Would they be more like Arkansas versus Texas Tech? Yeah. Fuck, you might be right. People just don't respect. No, they don't. And hey,
yeah,
captain of the ship.
Both hands up.
Yep. I'm guilty of it. But I'm ready. I'm ready. Listen, fucking, I'll be proven wrong, and that's okay. I'm gonna be wrong a lot. This is one of those where, and Sick Money said it, and I agree. Ole Miss comes out and smacks teams in the mouth. I love that.
Yeah.
Michigan State, on the flip side, gets smacked in the mouth. Now, credit to them. They come out, they wake up, they beat the fuck out of teams in the second half. I'm okay with that. But I like Ole Miss. I understand the metrics. When you look at what does a team do well against what a team doesn't do well, the matchup, whatever. Ole Miss, Greg, if you weren't familiar, one of the better three-point shooting teams. You probably already knew that. But Michigan State is one of, if not the best, perimeter defenses in the country. So, like how, remember where everybody loved UC San Diego against Michigan? It was like, oh, turnover margin.
They match up well, yeah.
Yep. That's what it is about Michigan State. But I don't know, man. There's definitely an element of Michigan State's game that I respect. Like, no real superstar, just a bunch of dudes. That guy that came off the bench, what was his fucking name? Frankie Fiddler. Some dude on their bench had like 17 points and just hustled his ass off in their last game. So I'm ready to be proven wrong. Total's 144. What do you got in this game, Greg?
I'm so sick of some of these unders, man. But if I do anything in this, it'll probably be the under. I also have a silly parlay
Tell me.
for the Final Four that has Ole Miss going. So I'm obviously rooting for them, but we'll see.
You don't. What's your parlay?
It's just the Final Four. I think it's Florida and Duke because they both won, and then it's Ole Miss and Houston.
What's that pay?
It's like 25 to win 900.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah, it's fun, but I don't think Ole Miss is going to get there.
No, I know,
but you kind of got to throw that one wrench in the plan.
Yeah, but you also have to remember people love parlays, and we're trying to grow a following. So don't be shy about talking about your parlays.
I know, but it's going to lose.
Shut the fuck up. Did you tweet it?
No. I'll tweet it if Ole Miss wins tonight. Yeah, 25 to win 850.
Don't be a bitch, dude. Tweet it.
Yeah.
Nobody cares if you lose a freaking 25 to win $900 parlay. Nobody cares. You know what people care about? You know what people care about?
When it wins? Yeah, they care about the parlay.
People just love parlays.
Yeah.
Come on. We need some more followers. Put that fucking parlay out there. Everybody go retweet it. If it loses, though, you'll even give you more engagement. That's the name of the game. What's up, JMO? This guy, JMO.
I should have parlayed it with Peapod K's.
If you say his name like that one more time, I'm never letting you come on the stream again.
What's his name?
Pepiot.
Peapod sounds better.
JMO, this guy, I love how committed he is. He was in the City Bike stream, and I was like singing random songs. I went, Day-yo, me say day-yo, midnight. You ever seen Beetlejuice?
I haven't seen Beetlejuice, but I'm familiar with the song.
You know that? Wow, that's the only way I know the song from that movie.
Really?
Midnight command me.
Yeah.
Well, there's a really popular scene in there. But anyways, that must have been like a year ago. And so every time JMO comes in, he still says Day-O, and I absolutely love that. Day one Day-O guy. Love that. Anyways, if it loses, he donates a hoodie. Yep. Just delete it if it loses. Yeah. Peapot. He fucking said Peapot.
I'd forgotten how it's correctly pronounced, though.
Piedmont is a max wager now. Thank you, Greg. Okay, so Greg, you like the under. I don't blame you. It's 144 up to 144 and a half. Michigan State, according to Wager Talk, opened 4 down to 3.5. Yeah, I'm on Michigan State spread. I'll probably do a little sprinkle on the first half too.
Oh, you're on Michigan State?
No. Did I say that? I'm sorry.
Yeah. Sorry. Okay.
No, you're good. Yeah, the first 3 bets I punched in early in the week: BYU plus 5.5, loser. Maryland over 155.5, which that CLV almost saved me. Because it was going to land on like 157 or 6.
Yeah.
And then I was like, ooh. But I remember you didn't take it, so I wasn't rooting for a middle. But so 1-1. And then the third and final bet I punched earlier in the week was Ole Miss plus 3.5. So
okay,
I'm going down with it, but I am getting a little bit nervous. Okay, Greg. Tennessee, Kentucky. So we're not seeing a whole lot of Kentucky love, is what you're telling me. That's a question.
No, I wouldn't say we're not seeing a ton of love. It's just not BYU.
I have multiple jean jackets. Thank you very much. I can't really pull them off anymore because I've put on like about 20 pounds since when I purchased.
Buttons are screaming a little bit.
Yeah, it's like, dude, I was going through my closet the other day and I put a jacket on and I was like Chris Farley, like fat guy in a little coat. It's funny. I was like, when could I fit in these fucking things? I forgot there was a time where I was like 192. I got to get back there. You know what? Actually, we got to take a quick commercial break. I have so many fluids in me right now. Tea, coffee, soup.
Commercial break.
Dude, I couldn't even snort if I fucking wanted to. We'll be right back. I'm going to take a piss. Hold on. What should I put on? I'm seeing. Hold on.
Yeah.
No. All right, here we go. I'll give you this real quick. You don't have to look at Greg's stupid face. Be right back. All right, turn the music off here. Turn that off. Get the thumbnail off. All right, we're back. You ready? Oh, you're muted. You there?
Yeah. What do you got going on?
What do you mean?
Little candy bar?
No. Dude, you ever had these?
I don't know what that is.
Well, you never get sick, but they're the best. These are the best cough drops of all time. Also, you know what's so weird? They're GF. I guess they're gluten free. I don't have a gluten allergy. I don't even seek things out that are gluten free. Every now and then I come across something that's gluten free and I'm like pleasantly surprised how much I like it. Cookies. Dude, I've had a gluten free cookie from like a tea bar. They have like some salt on it. So good. Beer. Estrella
Mhm.
Damm has a gluten-free beer. And it's like sometimes I eat these things or I drink these things. I'm like, I'm not full. It's great. I guess
Gluten.
that's what like the
Yeah.
gluten is, right? It expands, makes you full.
You strike me as a big gluten guy. I feel like you would
I
eat it boring
dude,
with gluten free.
I am a bit. I actually kind of look like gluten. I'm just I'm expanded. You know what I mean? My cheeks are puffy. I look like gluten. Anyways, all right, let's get back to business here. You baby crying?
No.
Oh, okay. You
Daycare.
can Oh, yeah, that's right. Um, let's talk Kentucky, Tennessee. So I'll set the stage for a second. I was very impressed with Kentucky when they played Illinois. At the same time, I got to pump the brakes. Illinois is not good. Like they're okay, they're not good. And it's Brad Underwood. You disagree? Um,
No, I was thinking of something else. Continue.
okay. So I really liked Kentucky's guards. I loved them. Brea, Ortega, and Lamont Butler. They were awesome. Like they're all buckets. So even if you have one of them that has an off day, probably one of the other two guys is going to pick you up. But their bigs offensively are not that great.
Yeah.
Offensively, but they are big. The ball handling is pretty good. They can pass pretty well. They can rebound well. I like Kentucky's
They're
team.
not scorers.
They're not scorers. But here's my question. This is what I want to know from the chat and the people who know ball. Tennessee, apparently, when I asked Twitter yesterday, I was like, where does Duke's defense rank? Because I was watching, I was like, obviously Arizona scored 93 points, but Duke's defense was awesome. Like they were not giving Arizona easy shots. And Duke's defense ranks behind Tennessee's. I think Tennessee, Houston, and one other team were like top 3. So here's my question, chat. Ziegler and these other guys, I love Chaz Lanier. Defensively, are they going to be a problem for Kentucky? Well, here's the thing, Greg. If you didn't already know this, Kentucky's played Tennessee twice this year, and they're 2-0 against them.
Yep.
So apparently, Tennessee's defense is not a great matchup for Kentucky. Does that
Okay.
make sense?
Yeah.
So I'm really perplexed how to play this game. And I want to get involved. I don't have to force a wager because like we were bitching about, or you were talking about earlier, which I totally agree with you. It's annoying that these games overlap. But I'm going to have my Ole Miss sweat. I don't need to force another one 30 minutes later. But I wouldn't mind some action in this game. I don't know what to do with my units. Steak is a Tennessee guy. He's on Tennessee. I respect it. I don't like Rick
Is he
Barnes.
money line or did he take the points?
No. He's Final Four and to win it all. I don't know where he stands in this game. Should ask him later. But Tennessee right now. Sorry, I forgot to give you guys the lines and the movement. By the way, hello, TikTok. I just went live on TikTok a little late there. Tennessee open 5.5, down to 4.5. Total 146, down to 144.5. So the dog's taking money, and the under is moving down a little bit. That's interesting. I guess that would make sense. Let's see when these teams played, what they scored. So the last game was 75-64. That puts you at 139. That goes under. Before that, 78-73. That's 151. So that puts you over. So I don't have an edge on the total. I don't even know what I think where I
You're
stand.
making me like the under, but I like Tennessee more.
You like
Just from
Tennessee?
like just from a pure line read. I mean, I feel like it's pretty rare for a team to lose 2 of the first matchups and then be heavy favorites in the third on a neutral. I mean, that to me is putting a lot of confidence in Tennessee.
I like what mid-major Matt just said right here. Kentucky shot 50% from 3 in both games. Tennessee shot 16 and 24. So you'd have to imagine, just like we saw with Mark Sears, after a pretty poor performance in round 1 or 2, shooting-wise, that's probably going to.
Is mid-major Matt? Matt, was that the first 2 games between Kentucky and Tennessee, or was that Kentucky's first 2 tournament games?
Oh, yeah. Great question, Greg. Great question. They beat them with Almanor starting. Bad matchup for Tennessee. Bama Stud says
Their
slightly.
matchups.
Their matchups. Oh, I see. I see. Yeah, but that goes to show you though, their guards, Kentucky's guards can make magic happen. They're fucking good.
Yeah.
They're good. You know what? I've made an executive decision. I don't want to. I don't want to put my money against Kentucky's guards. I think I respect them a little bit too much, and at the same time, I like Tennessee, I like their team. I don't want to put money against them either. So if I'm going in this game, I'm going with a total. Quantitative Eating, who's been red hot. By the way, shout out Quantitative Eating. Hit another golf wager, first round leader. Toasty, 110-1. It was a chop.
No way.
Yep. This guy's been on absolute fire. Great job, Quantitative. Stay hot. We love that. Well, here's what I'm going to say. Slightly into the over. I don't want to go against what Quantitative said, but I was leaning with you, Greg. I was leaning under.
There's no way I'm playing 2 unders tonight, and I like the Ole Miss one more.
Say that again.
There's no way I'm playing 2 unders tonight, and I like Ole Miss under more.
Yep. I agree. Under is hitting, says Freeze. Yep. Hello, lads. Buying my Bama tickets right now. I'm hyped. Have fun. Yeah, it's just a bad matchup for Tennessee. Owe and Butler are great perimeter defenders, and Tennessee goes as Lanier and Ziegler go. Yeah, Ziegler, Lanier, they're going to have a Mark Sears kind of night, I think. Otherwise, I like Kentucky.
Damn. I think I'm going to – I was just looking – I forget what it is. I think it's like -110, -112, but a little Tennessee-Houston moneyline parlay.
I don't hate it. Kentucky, I really could see this being like an Arkansas, Texas Tech where the favorite wins and doesn't cover. Now, Austin at TikTok says Kentucky beat them both times with no Butler or Carr, missing 2 starters, all healthy now. Well, this makes Kentucky feel really appealing, if anything. Dre says, I like your info. Very informative. Thank you, Dre. Wow. TikTok is so nice. I like the over in all the games. Yeah, it probably is. Kentucky to the Elite Eight. Yeah, people are really high on Kentucky right now. Real high on Kentucky. Don't sleep on Gainey. Then why aren't Kentucky the favorites? Got to be Tennessee. I don't know. You can't go as far to say that, could you? Maybe you could say the spread could be a little tighter, closer to a pick'em. I don't know. Okay, we can move on.
4.5 just seems like a lot.
I agree. 5.5 seems like a lot. Got to be Tennessee. Yep. The nice guy said, I'm not a bot. All right. I like that. Thank you.
That's what a bot would say.
Remember when I convinced you I was a robot?
No.
Okay.
and
Michigan and Auburn.
I guess when it was in Kentucky was 3.5. So that's not too far off. When they played earlier this year, when it was at Tennessee, Kentucky was plus 10.5. When it was in Kentucky was 3.5.
You just said plus 10.5.
That was when it was in Tennessee. They played twice.
Kentucky was plus 10.5?
Yeah. In Tennessee.
Fucking way.
It was in January.
No. Kentucky was 3.5.
That was in Kentucky.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Oh, injuries.
4.5 actually isn't that crazy. Oh, yeah.
10.5 is nuts, but that makes a lot more sense. Yeah, I don't know. You know what? I'm gonna do a poll. I want to see what the chat has to say. Chat, go vote on this. I would love to know where you guys stand on this. Who you got? Kentucky, Tennessee. I would love to know. Give you 3 minutes. Go vote, please.
This one's. I feel the sharp community or the more tapped in gamblers. I feel like your chat specifically probably leaned heavy BYU, but for this game, I'm genuinely curious because I do think it's going to be closer to 50-50.
Mm-hmm. 8-4 right now, Tennessee. Go vote. Go vote. Go vote. Doing a little research out there. RIP Crab 5. Yep. Jackson and Butler were both out. Yep. That we talked about. Ole Miss and Kentucky might both win. I don't know, man. I don't know. All right. Well, let's talk about Auburn, Michigan. What's up, Snowman? Oh no, that's not Snowman. It's Prime DJ, and it's kind of feeling like the Rays for net worth kind of day. Oh God, Jesus Christ! Don't say that. No, it's not. It's not. It's not. You can't trust the Rays on day one. You can't trust the Rays.
What do you mean? I feel like they're great on opening day.
I'm just saying. They're minus 200 on day one. We'll talk about baseball in a second.
Okay.
Auburn and Michigan. I've said it many times. I feel like Auburn is in a great spotlight on Florida. Everybody's sleeping on Auburn as all the 1 seeds to win it all. Now they play Michigan. I think Michigan looks like the most comfortable bet on the board, taking the 9 with Michigan. Is that what it's up to now? That's what covers it.
9, yeah. Well, so it opened at 9, and then it went down because somebody from Auburn was supposedly hurt. Somebody hurt their hip at the end of the game. You're asking me to name a guy's name, but it's like not Baker Mayfield, but like Baker something. You know what I'm talking about for Auburn? This is embarrassing.
Oh, Chad Baker Mazzara or something.
Yeah, Baker Mayfield. So he was supposedly not supposed to play, but it sounds like he is. So it's creeped back up to 9.5.
Oh. Michigan is the most bet spread between yesterday and today. I can see
More
it.
than BYU. Huh.
I could see it. Yeah, I could see it.
I'm getting duped in because I like Michigan a lot here.
Auburn first half. Abdij, I'm kind of with you, man. They lost both first halves in round 1. I was on one of them. I took a minus 19 against Alabama State. Michigan Auburn over 153.5. Well, I would say this. If you like the over in this game, I think that really favors Auburn. I don't, dude.
Yeah.
Man, if it's a shootout, I'm sorry. Michigan is not beating Auburn in a shootout. It's that's not happening. Not buying that. Yeah. Speaking of Baker Mayfield, is it football season yet? No, not yet. Not yet. Yeah, I think that really
So you're on Auburn here, huh?
well, yeah. Yeah. I actually I like
you
I
love
like
Auburn. And
no.
I'm not giving you shit for it, but
No,
you
no,
just
no, no, no.
generally really like
No,
them.
no, 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 no. Let me make something perfectly clear. If you are not buying into Auburn because you don't like the way they've been playing basketball, I'm not going to talk you off of it. Absolutely not. I'm totally with you. From the end of the season to the conference tournament, I remember I seen people play Bama in Auburn senior night, like plus 7.5, plus 8.5. I thought that was a great bet. And they won 93-91 in overtime, I think. That was a great bet. I didn't have the balls to do it. But I just think in terms of like narratives and, when you do the bird's eye view on how things transpire in sports, like when all the focus shifts off one team that is a really good team, that's when they tend to really thrive. And Auburn got off to a slow start in Alabama State, woke up, won by 20. Slow starts against Creighton, lost the first half, won the second half 47-33. I just think this team, who was through the majority of the college basketball season the best team or one of the best teams, them and Duke,
Yeah.
I think they can get into that form at the right time. I don't like when teams peak too soon,
I think they did peak too soon.
Yeah, okay, but I guess yeah, that's a good point. I guess what I mean is they peaked soon enough and gave themselves a little bit of that low point and that adversity and that losing experience to kind of wake them up. So it's like a little bit of a bump rather than just all the way up. Everything's good, like that Patriots 18-1 season. A little bit of adversity. I like. People taking Michigan, overreacting to Auburn, and not looking past how fortunate Michigan are to get here. I don't know. I don't know. Michigan being fortunate against UCSD on how that ended, sure. Fortunate against A&M.
Came back against A&M. I mean, they were down, but they came back. They fought like hell.
31-12 run was insane. A&M's. I'm out on Buzz. Coach for A&M. I'm just out on him. Agree, but Auburn is flawed. Effort and intensity isn't always there. You'll be able to tell in the first few minutes what Auburn you're getting. Yep. I think Broom has also looked really bad this turn. He was just really bad. I think he was like 4 for 13. He's going to have a great game against Vlad. I'm going to do my best to stay up for this game. Well, no, I mean, like, not take Tylenol PM.
I know. You're just not going to stay up for this game.
I'm going to really try. I have to.
Are you going to make it to the second half? It's just funny to hear you say this in every situation of like, I'm going to do this. I'm going to smoke a cigarette, blah, blah, blah. And then at halftime, you're like, yeah, my mouth guard's in. I'm out.
I can't smoke a cigarette tonight.
I'm just saying you're not staying up past 11.
No.
But every time you believe it.
No. I'm just like saying I'll try.
You want to believe it. Yeah. You want to believe it, I should say. Yeah.
I think if this game actually starts at 9:39, it won't. I can make it till 10:30. I can make the first half.
Yeah, I think you're not making the second half.
No. I got to shut down. I got to get good sleep tonight. Okay. What do you like in this game? I didn't even tell you. Total 151 up to 155. Quantitative. Is that what you like? Yep.
Yeah, I'm not wavering on Michigan here.
Okay.
They've been a little bit of a tournament darling for me. I was on them in the first round. I was on them in the second round. Just gonna ride the pony.
No harm in that. I liked them against A&M. That felt good. Liked them in the conference tournament against Maryland too. That was good.
I also think it says a lot to win the Big Ten, man. The Big Ten is they're not what they typically are, but it's still that says a lot to put the run together that they did.
I agree. I wasn't that super high on the Big Ten. That's why I love taking a shot on one of those teams with decent odds like Wisconsin. But I don't know. The more I watch Wisconsin and I was falling in love with Maryland. I really was. But
yeah, they were good.
They were good. They were good. They really kind of disappointed me last night though. They were talk about when you see Alabama shooting the ball and have confidence. Like Maryland had zero confidence every time that ball left their fingers. Chad, what was the poll results? I missed it. If anybody can tell me. I don't understand why fucking Twitch does this. It's like the poll ends and I can't view the fucking results. Oh, hold on. What if I start another poll? No.
You're just gonna poll everyone again?
Yeah, no, I'm not gonna do that. You don't like Derek Queen? Yeah, I like Jacoby Gillespie, but he didn't play well. 21-11 Tennessee. Thank you, Beastly Billy Bob. Okay, so you're gonna ride with Michigan. I'll probably go Auburn first half. Tail Deej. Deej, is that an official play from you? I like it. Last game on the slate. Total been climbing. Just went to 154.5 at 11:15 a.m. Wow. Kentucky lost by 10. Thank you. Queen is the truth. I like Queen. Okay. Yeah. All right. Purdue and Houston. This is probably also, I'm like anti-Purdue. I'm anti-Michigan State. But there's a really good chance, Craig. I might be wrong on both. And I want to say this. I bought into Purdue. Purdue's more of like I'm pissed off because they burned me twice. Bet them twice this season. That melt in Illinois, I will never forgive them. Plus 4.5. They're winning in the final minute, and then they lose by 8. I'll never forgive them. But Purdue kind of did that round one at High Point. They did that like that Alabama, where their shots weren't going in, and then they followed it up in the second round against McNeese, and their shots were going in. Also, McNeese sucks. They do. They're not good.
So did High Point. I mean, that's
High Point's not good.
This you can play both sides of it because I do think if you look at all the dogs tonight, the toughest button to press is Purdue.
I agree. That's what makes me scared about taking Houston.
That's what makes me scared about taking Houston. Yeah. But I also think Purdue might just really suck, and they had a absolute cakewalk to the Sweet 16.
Totally agree. Like that's what logic tells you. But I've also
neither the High Point and McNeese are they're not even like third tier conferences. They're bottom of the bucket conferences that they won.
Yeah. I have to remember I haven't really been super high on Houston. I have to remind myself of that. So if I were to buy it on Houston now, I would be kicking myself because it's like, damn it, I wasn't a Houston guy all year. But I still, end of the day, I mean, I agree with you. I think Purdue is a tough button to press. That's why I think if you're a contrarian better, you're probably going to take Purdue. You might even
stakes on them.
Stakes on Purdue? Yeah.
Yeah.
I get it. And I respect it. I really do. There's just nothing that I've seen from Purdue to get me excited or convince me enough that they're going to beat a team like Houston because Houston's just got some fucking dudes. I don't really even know any of them, but they just play so hard. They're relentless. I mean, the way they rebound is like it's like vicious. They look vicious. They look like exactly the opposite of Purdue. Purdue is slow, soft, vanilla, but like good fundamentals.
Purdue, Indiana,
right? Like well coached. Goodbye. I've always liked Braden Smith. I don't know what's up with Fletcher Lawyer. That TKR guy is like hot and cold. Houston should be able to win this game by 16 points. But weird shit can happen. What are you going to take in this game, Greg? Oh, let me give you the total. I forgot. I keep forgetting. Sorry. Houston open 8, up to 8.5. All the bets and all the money on them. Makes sense. 133.5 down to 133. Is it contrarian to take the over in this?
If you like Purdue, I'd rather take the over.
I kind of agree with you. I kind of agree. What do you like in a side?
I have a Houston ticket to win it all, so I probably won't get involved. But I do like a Tennessee Houston parlay, as chalk as that is.
I have the lamest parlay that I would take. Well, you know how Beeve does those greasers?
Yeah,
Just take like a big money line, 2 big money line favorites.
Houston and the Rays.
No, stop that. I don't know if I had something in my mustache. No. I wouldn't do that. I would do Auburn and Houston.
I don't like that.
Well, yeah, you like Michigan.
Yeah.
Take the money line.
I did.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
You dirty dog, you. God, that's such a shit wager. Okay. I don't want to chew ice right now, no microphone, but
you need the ice.
Yeah, I just need it real quick. It feels good on my throat. All right. Auburn, Tennessee. No, I can't do it. Gavin took all the favorites. Oh God. Give me a play for the Rays game, DJen. It's funny you ask, because we're gonna get right to that next, my man.
Peapod case.
Oh God, you make me sick. Let's run it back real quick. Greg, collab on Ole Miss.
I might get there. Did that total move since we've been doing this? I feel like it was 144 when you had this up before, but maybe I'm thinking Tennessee, Kentucky.
Yeah, you can't trust covers. Let's see here. 144, 144.5 according to covers still.
Yeah.
So
I like Ole Miss. I just don't know if I'm going to get there with them.
Okay, I'm on Ole Miss.
I really just don't want to fade Michigan State.
That's fine. Kentucky, Tennessee. What are you taking?
Bulls.
-4.5.
Yeah. Either that or parlaying with Houston. But I do think this is a type of game where if Tennessee wins, they're winning by 10. If they don't cover, they're losing.
I disagree. I think it could be Texas Tech. I think they can win and not cover. I think this game's going to be tight.
Oh, really? I don't think so. I think if it's tight, Tennessee's going to lose.
I think this is going to be a 73-71 game right around the total, too. 144.
Yeah, you're going to be one of those guys? I think it's going to be Tennessee win by 4 and ends at 144. Just a hot take. Yeah,
here's my projection. 75.
I love Chernoff, but he always does that for NFL games.
Oh, my God.
He'd be like, yeah, I think the Buccaneers win by 6, and it lands right at 43.5. I'm like, what the fuck, dude? You're just regurgitating the line. Like, give me something.
Well, that's what's funny when it's all sports when people have these models.
Yeah.
It all spits out the same
obviously
shit.
Your models should be fucking close to Vegas's if you have a good model. I get that, but
like sometime I've heard Ken Palm will have a game where Tennessee, let's say for example, Tennessee's -4.5, but Ken Palm has a -7. There's this huge discrepancy, and some people who favor Ken Palm will be like, all right, well, I'm hammering Tennessee then. But it is weird when you hear people talking heads talk about their model. But then, it spits out a number that's right around the total or right around the whatever. It's
this score prediction's always exactly at the spread and total.
I have Tennessee winning this game 75-70. All right, let's go. Auburn, Michigan. Greg's on Michigan spread and money line. I think it's a shit wager. I'm going to go Auburn first half. Deej, I'm with you. Let's do it. Purdue and Houston. I want it to be Houston, but I might stay out of this. I might respect the contrarian play of Purdue. What about you?
I'm probably not going to take anything unless I parlay Houston with Tennessee, but I'm absolutely pulling for Houston.
Okay. Well, let's go to the baseball board. And would you look at that? First game of the day.
Why didn't they play yesterday?
I don't know.
They're the only team I think that didn't play.
You might be right. I don't know.
I heard there was like a big Little League game that needed the field, so they had to push the Rays back. It was like the under 12, I think.
Are you being serious?
Sorry. No, I'm not being serious. I'm just joking because they're playing in a Little League field.
Dude, they're literally playing where the fucking Yankees play.
I know you always talk shit about the Yankees. You should be very thankful to the Yankees. If the Yankees were not so generous, the Rays would be they play in a fucking aquarium. Like where would they be playing?
I don't know. Yeah, the Rays have "Thank you Yankees" all over their banners. Like when you go to the stadium, it's great. It's great. Thank you Yankees. But to like shit, you can't sit here and shit on the Rays playing in a Little League park when the Yankees ground up, built a Little League park to play in. Did you see that home run Austin Wells had last night? By the way, or
It's fine to have a short porch.
You're such a loser.
What?
Why do you shit on the little guy Rays, but you give the Yankees, the evil empire, a pass?
Because you can't have baseball without the Yankees.
If you didn't trade me that pepperoni pizza in middle school and we became friends 25 years ago, I would hate your fucking guts. If
but
that's
you can't have baseball without the Yankees.
Oh my!
You can and will have baseball without the Rays. So I get the underdog. I get all that. Totally agree. The Pirates are not a real franchise either. But you can't have baseball without the Yankees.
Do you like what the Dodgers did and how they just buy all?
No, baseball absolutely needs a salary cap. They need to do something because it's fucking stupid. But at the same time, if anyone could go out and sign Ohtani, they would. So, like, how are you going to blame the Dodgers for just using the system? The system's just broken.
Yeah. Right. So, but baseball needs teams like the Yankees who try to do what the Dodgers do, but are bad at it.
No, baseball needs a villain, and the Yankees are the villain.
Okay. All right. Well, I guess I could agree with you there. Every sport does need a villain.
Yeah.
Who would be the villain? Who's the third villain outside of the Dodgers and Yankees? Like, who's the team people hate? Not the Braves, right? People don't really hate the Braves.
I don't even think there is. I don't even think that the Dodgers are just a villain because what they've done
Astros.
lately. But if you look, maybe the Astros are, but that's just in the last 10 years. I'm saying
Red Sox are kind of up there.
No, the Red Sox are everybody. I mean, you go back to when the Red Sox were the Yankees' rival. Everybody loved the Red Sox because everybody hates the Yankees. The Yankees are by far and away, I think, the biggest villain in all of sports. Maybe the Cowboys, maybe the Lakers, but those three are head and shoulders above everyone else in terms of sports villains.
All right. Greg's cooking. Yeah. I did see someone comment and say, I agree with Greg. So if anybody goes out of their way to put effort into typing in the chat they agree with you, it means it's a really good take. I'm being serious. Good job. You had a good take. Yeah. Used to be the Red Sox when our ownership cared. Yeah. Fuck the Cubs. They had to get their World Series against us. Yeah.
Yeah, there's no other real villain in baseball. You know what I mean? When the Yankees lose or the Yankees get eliminated, everyone's happy. You have Yankee fans and everyone against the Yankees. And I don't think there's any other team like that in baseball, at least.
Yeah. No, you're right. Okay. Let's talk Rays and Rockies. Let's talk a little baseball and then we'll
I did get on the Rays over. I took their over this year, 81.5. So Ooh. I'm with you.
You got a bad number. You should have had 80.5. You sure?
I'm just curious if it went up. It might have gone up.
I'm curious if it went up. Well, sure would love for them to get out to a nice start and win opening day against the Rockies. I don't feel great about them being minus 200 because they're probably the fucking safe lay piece that is not so safe.
I don't know, man. Baseball lines were pretty tight yesterday. I feel like there weren't a ton of teams that were minus 200. So to see the Rays, I mean, granted, the Rockies are god awful, but I feel like a lot of the lines yesterday, like 160 was the highest you would see.
Yeah. So I'm looking at, the Rays don't have a lot of familiarity with Kyle Freeland. Greg, welcome to RotoWire, by the way. This is what I used last year when we
you use this for basketball too, right?
I just started to, for the lineups and stuff like that. But this was great. So when you go to the pitcher, Kyle Freeland, you click him, you scroll down. This is the stats against the lineup he's playing. I don't know if you're looking at the screen or not. It doesn't look like you are.
I'm looking at my phone. No one was minus 200 yesterday. The biggest line was minus 150 or 160.
I think the Mariners were minus 170.
Oh no, that's today. That's
No,
today.
what about the Dodgers? Oh no, they played Scuba.
They weren't because it was Screwball. Yeah.
Well, in this lineup, you've only got Yandy, 2 ABs, Brandon Lau, 2 ABs, Morel, 3 ABs, home run, like that, and DeLuca, who stinks with 1 AB. So this is my concern.
Oh, is that the guy who's really bad? Is DeLuca the guy who's really, really bad?
DeLuca is the guy who, yes, he plays.
Okay.
Yes, he came over from the Dodgers. He was like a high prospect, highly touted prospect in the Glasnow trade, and he's had some really, really bad at bats. I think he batted like 180 or 190 last year. It was really, really bad. But I'm gonna give him benefit of the doubt. We have this stud that's been awesome in the minor league team, Chandler Simpson, who might get called up, but we'll see. Anyways,
that junior guy is supposed to be really good, right? He's like a big prospect.
Junior Caminero.
Yeah.
Yes, he's supposed to be awesome. So bottom of the lineup kind of stinks. There's no familiarity with Freeland, but Freeland is not very good. Look at his last game he played last year. 10 hits, 6 earned runs. He ended up with, let's see, played 21 games. I don't see his stats. Left-hander.
I feel like he's been on the Rockies for forever. Yeah.
Yep, longest tenured player. Posting 5.24 ERA.
I mean, that just sucks, dude. If you're a pitcher and you spend 8 years in Colorado, like, I'm sure it's lovely to live in Denver as a professional pitcher, but you're in the worst ballpark for what you do.
Yep.
And you spent your entire career there.
So here's the other thing too. We don't know how the Rays are going to be. This is their first time really playing a home game outdoors, right? So better conditions for the hitter. What are you saying that for?
It's you're playing outside. It's not a whole. I know they're playing their first time at home outdoors, but all these guys have played a fuck ton of baseball outside. It's not going to be much different.
Okay. Well, just so you are aware, though, it actually does benefit hitters.
Yeah.
And it's a short park. So, like,
yeah, it's a minor league baseball park.
I'm just saying that could benefit the opposing team too. Whereas in most cases, if you play in the Trop, the Rays have the better pitcher. It's advantage Rays.
Yeah, I hear you.
Okay, so Ryan, say it with me. Papiot.
I'll say his name correctly when he wins 10 games.
All right, deal. He Sunday will start the season opener. McClanahan got hurt. Obviously, we know.
How long is he out?
Not long. A couple weeks. Thank God it was it's like triceps.
It looked bad.
Yeah. He looked like he was in some serious pain. Check it out, Unc. Check what out? What are you talking about? Pepiot's a dog. So he's not the biggest strikeout guy, but I'm leaning into him being a strikeout guy here. Let's see. I mean, he's got potential, obviously, here. He had 12 strikeouts against Boston. Where was I was trying to see his season stats.
That is something I will actually say when I was doing some MLB research. I'll give you a comment on the Rays, but I did see something saying essentially expect Rays pitchers to have more strikeouts than typical because they're playing in a different ballpark, and they're going to have to go for that strikeout more than they typically would have of being able to get the pitching out in the Trop.
Yep. I talked about that with Javon. Thought, is there going to be an emphasis on trying to strike people out more? And he kind of shot it down a little bit. He was like, well, that's kind of always the case with the Rays. Like, they want you to throw hard. They want you to strike people out. But you're absolutely right. So it's going to be less like, like we said, pop flies, whatever, because the ball can fly a little bit more. So, yeah, I mean, also, look at this. This is Pepiot's experience against the Rockies. Decent amount of strikeouts. Nobody really hits him all that well. Tovar has a hit.
Kyle Farmer. That's the only guy whose name Chris Bryant. Man, that Rockies lineup is bad.
I like Ryan McMahon. He's okay. Did you take anything for the Rockies this year?
I'm on their under. So this is a game I'm not going to get involved with just because the Rays are huge favorites. But I'm on the Rays over and the Rockies under. So Granted, fucking 9 months from now till I'll see any return on either of them, but
TikTok is asking, by the way, you think the Blue Jays game goes over 8.5? No, we'll talk about that in a second. I do have a play in that game.
oh god, Blue Jays team total over, Vlad home run.
Nope.
Oh, good for you.
Probably gonna happen, but nope.
Probably not.
Nope.
Probably not.
I have a new theory. I have a new strategy. I'm gonna lean into it head down, and I'm gonna tell you what it is. Well, anyways, listen, guys. I'm on a couple bets here in this Rays game. I'll tell you what they are. I'm on Pepiot over strikeouts, over 6.5. I'm not gonna do this every game. I promise. I didn't do it every game last year. I'm not gonna do it every game. But come on.
What if Taj pitches tomorrow?
No, I'm not backing Taj. Swear. I'm nervous about Taj. I want to see how he pitches in this
in the different park, yeah.
Yeah, because Taj, you never know. Like a couple times through the order, people tend to figure out Taj, and
he doesn't go deep.
No, but
He's like D-Gen.
That's funny. They just had him in his last spring game. They had him pitch 105 pitches because they want him to start going deep. So I'm gonna sit and wait. Taj is a sit and wait. Pepiot is like a fucking bull out of the gate. Bull out of the gate.
And Springs is back this year too, right?
Who?
Springs?
Jeffrey Springs? No, he's gone.
Oh, I didn't realize that. Yeah, where's he at?
I think he went to the A's. Maybe, I don't know.
Boy.
Chat. Where's? I have to teach GJ baseball some this year. Yes, please. They have too many guys. They have 6 pitchers who can pitch. I forget what they got for Springs. Is pitching. Oh, he's pitching for the A's. Yeah. Oh, they got Joe Boyle, I think, who is apparently a fucking badass. He's like some reliever. He's big.
Yeah.
He's scary. Springs is pitching tonight. Yeah. But Springs is awesome. I like Springs a lot. I miss him. But we got Drew Rasmussen. We got Shane Baz. We got Zach Littell.
I don't need to hear the Rays.
All right. Hey, you got the Rays over. I'm just letting you know, okay?
I've heard all these guys' names before, and I'm sure they're very good, and they're just very well coached and developed. I don't think they're anything special from a talent perspective. I just think the Rays are good at squeezing every drop out of these guys.
Sure. Yep.
The Rays are actually, I will say something of maybe fading the A's tonight, even though I don't really want to, because it's the exact inverse of the Yankees, and I kick myself a little bit for not backing it yesterday, though it didn't hit. But guys that leave the Yankees tend to do better. And I feel like guys that leave the Rays are the exact opposite. They tend to do worse.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So the game I fucking have circled, now I don't even know if it happens or not, but Nestor might pitch against the Yankees tomorrow.
Oh God.
Because he's on the Brewers now. Dude, I fucking will hammer that game.
I will too. I'll take
because I'm a huge Nestor guy.
I
Nestor Cortez, Saturday, 1:00. Oh, he's going against Max Fried, though. That's a good game. Sorry, we're getting too far ahead, but that is something I have my eye on.
Look, dude, I agree. This is why I'm not.
And Severino pitched a gem last night. That's why I'm bringing it up.
Yeah, he did. I like Severino. I kind of always been a Severino guy. And I'm with you on Nestor. Dude, I agree that I do not think the Rays are a safe parlay piece. I do not like Rays -1.5. I don't know if the game goes over.
It's too early to bet anyone in baseball -230.
Yeah, look,
too early.
I think Pepiot could have. This is what I think. What's going to happen? The Rockies are going to come out and they're going to score. They're going to get like 3 hits and score a run or 2 early and then settle down. Or I think Pepiot's going to come out with like 2 to 3 nasty innings, but then in the 4th or 5th, he's going to get touched up a little bit. So that's what concerns me. I think this game could go over, but I'm gonna stay off. I'm also on Curtis Mead. This is the dude who batted 500 in spring, Greg. 526.
What did he do in 2024?
Not good.
Didn't he suck? Wasn't he a big dud?
You can't say he's a big dud. He's a prospect. He just got called up. He's like 24 years old.
Who was the guy for the Rays last year that was supposed to? I thought that was Mead. No, who was supposed to have a big year last year, a big prospect, and he fizzled and didn't do shit. I thought that was Mead. I could.
Well, there's been a couple. No, a couple other prospects that they brought up have not done a lot. Jonathan Aranda kind of stunk. You're probably thinking of him too. Anyways, this is the Australian guy. He was unbelievable.
I'm gonna piss myself. Keep talking Rays.
All right.
You can just talk Rays. You don't even need me.
All right. I'm on Mead over 2 hits, 3-1. Small play. And then Josh Lauda have an RBI. All right. Josh Lauda have an RBI. And Pepiot over Case. I don't know if I said that or not. That's my favorite play. That's my favorite play. Sorry for crunching on ice in the microphone, by the way. Can take Greg off the thing. Yep. I do think they're going to be scrappy. All right, let me talk to you. Let me talk to you about the Orioles and the Blue Jays. Listen, I got a new thing I'm trying out. All right. Rangers are going to look good this season. They sure are. Emily. Here's what I'm going to tell you guys. All right. Home run parlay, Boston Sports Store? No, I don't think so. I'm going to wait a little bit. Houston and Rays Milan parlay has been placed. Don't do that. Don't do that. Yeah, we talked March Madness, Snidesy. I got to shut it down here in a little bit. My throat's starting to kill me. I don't think anytime the Blue Jays are a favorite, I'm going to fade them. I just am. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I can't do it anymore. I can't do it anymore. I can't with this fucking stupid team. I can't. So done with the Blue Jays, man. So done. Charlie Morton's ancient. Ancient. I don't care. Greg, I'm fading the Blue Jays every time they're a favorite.
I don't hate that. You should also look to do the same thing with the Pirates because they were minus 160 yesterday, had the lead, and their bullpen's absolutely terrible. So I kind of wanted to back the Orioles today.
Let's do it. That was the first bet. I actually, you will appreciate this. I bet the Orioles yesterday before I bet Pepiot over strikeouts.
You bet the Orioles yesterday?
Yeah. No. I'm sorry.
Today.
I bet the Orioles today.
I thought you were on the Blue Jays yesterday.
No, I was on their team total. I bet the Orioles today, but I put it in last night.
Got it. Okay.
I bet that before I bet Pepiot case. That's how excited I was to fade the Blue Jays. I hope Johnny's listening to this, by the way. Johnny G. I was ripping him in the DMs. He kept telling me, he's like,
you didn't take his bet.
He fucking said he liked the over, and he kept trying to tout the over. I'm like, listen, I didn't ask you.
I don't care about that bet. His bet Rays versus Jays.
No. He goes, I told you to take the over. I go, listen, I didn't ask you what to bet in the Orioles Blue Jays first game. Here's what I asked you. I asked you how you felt about the Orioles. I asked you how you felt about the Blue Jays. You told me you liked the Blue Jays. You told me you were down on the Orioles. Okay?
Yeah.
I didn't tell you to tell me to take the over. And then to tout the over when your team has 3 hits and the Orioles get there themselves and you're a Blue Jays fan. Stop that. But yeah, that team was so pathetic. I was like following their at-bats on the phone when I was out. Brutal. Anyways, so you want to take the Marlins today or no?
No, because the Marlins are also a very bad team. But I do like Keller, but man,
I like Keller. What?
That's tough. I think the Pirates are going to have a bad year.
That is true. Phil's is so right. That lineup's terrible. Alejandro Kirk sucks. Fucking slow loser. And their other guys terrible too. Fuck that team. Tanner Hook and Jack Leader, kind of like the Rangers.
Do you?
Yeah, I lean Rangers a little bit in this one. I don't really know much about Jack Leader. Chat, what do you guys know about Jack Leader? Talk to me. By the way, Kevin Gausman.
Hold on 1 second. I need to grab something. You don't even have to turn me off. Just give me a second.
Kevin Gausman's a fraud. Gritty win by the Red Sox yesterday. I was on Devers, hits, runs, RBIs, and home run. He didn't come through, so he'll probably go yard today. Vlad a year over. He wasn't good last year. What? What's up, Scholastic? Hook got wrecked in his last spring training game. He does crazy stuff, but walks a lot of guys.
What did the Devers? Now you're screwing me up because I do think it's just Devers.
Is it Devers? All right, I'll start saying Devers.
I don't know, but anyway, where's he playing? What was the third base kerfuffle?
Oh well, he's apparently a terrible third baseman, and they want Bregman to play third base.
I'm saying who's playing third base? Who played third base yesterday? Was it him?
I think Bregman did.
Okay. Yeah, I was on the Red Sox yesterday. I sort of want to go back to him, but I also think this is just one I'll let pass.
I kind of like the over too. Yeah. You know what? I like the over. The Red Sox haven't seen Leader.
I think every fucking game went over yesterday. I had the Grand Salami under, and it was not even. It was dead so quickly.
Jesus, Greg. Yankees game stayed under.
Yeah, it did.
Well, The Rangers don't hit Hauk very well. Bro, y'all need to go to pronunciation class. Yeah. Lighter, whatever. You sure about that? Looks like fucking liter to me. Liter of soda. Anyways, yeah, I like the over. What am I doing here? Hold on.
I don't know. You're bouncing around a lot.
Sorry. Like the over. Total at 9. Kind of sleepy bats yesterday. It's a high total. I like the over, and I like the Rangers. Kind of upset I didn't fade Clay Holmes yesterday. I like Clay Holmes, but like right out of the gate, man. Kind of like the Mets today. What do you think?
Do you? I'm on the Astros under, so God, I could use a loss.
I might play the Mets. I like McGill. Hunter Brown had a really good year last year.
I don't want to go back to the Mets. I just feel like it's too early to go back to teams. But I'll see how this one shakes out. Nothing's really speaking to me yet.
All right, Tanner Houck got that. Jack Leiter got that. Okay. I think I'm gonna play the Mets, chat. Mets are not winning. All right, now I'm definitely locking it in. I'm just kidding. Old Mets pitcher Al Leiter's son. Got it. Great.
Don't people love to fade this Brown guy for the Astros?
No, not anymore. I think he's really good. I think Hunter Brown's
so it was
good.
like an early last season thing?
Yeah. Nobody wanted to believe he was good. And then he ended up being good. 26 years old. Look at that little stupid face. In 8 games in 2024, Brown was 1-4 with a 7.70 ERA. Oh, wait. Maybe I'm wrong. Works too. Wait. What? Chad, am I wrong? I thought he was good. Hold on. Hold on.
Got it. Just read Phil's rather than do your own research.
Thank you.
Thank you, Phil's.
Brown was horrible to start the season, but added a new sinker and was dominant after. Copy that. Thank you. Lots of D-backs love yesterday. I can see everyone going back to them today. Might be Cubbies again. Don't hate that, Hill Daddy.
You know what I regret? My only mistake with the D-backs yesterday was I forgot the Cubs started 0-2 with the Japan series. So they really needed a win.
Did Steele go over his case? Because I like that.
I assume you're asking the chat because I have no idea.
That'd be correct, Greg.
There's too much college basketball going on to focus on a baseball game.
Luis Castillo.
Yeah, Javon's been saying Zach Gallen's wash for a while, and he is fucking right. I think I'm going to go to the Mariners today.
You're going to go to the Mariners?
Yeah, I'm gonna stick with my. Oh God, that's public. I'm heavily considering it. I don't know. I just feel like Springs, after leaving the Rays, is he's not going to be the same guy, and he's getting too much respect.
Okay. Yeah, the only guy that's actually, to be fair, we traded a hitter named Kyle Manzardo to the Guardians, I think, for Savale. He was 2 for 2 with a home run yesterday. He's going to be really good. So that sucks. And Blake Snell did win the Cy Young. So he's also really good.
Oh, Snell is a good one.
Those are 2 bad trades. Because when we traded Snell, we traded him for someone who's supposed to be a really good catcher. I don't know if it was Pinto, it was somebody.
Oh, you guys had another hilarious trade that I made fun of you for, but I can't remember it.
That's good.
You traded for like Nelson Cruz. Was that it? Some old
traded
ass
Joe Ryan for Nelson Cruz. Yeah,
that's what it was. Yeah, that was all time bad.
Got beat by the fucking stupid ass Red Sox. Anyways, I don't know. You were just slurping Jeffrey Springs. Now you want to fade him? Okay.
No, I said I really liked him on the Rays.
Oh yeah. Gotcha. Ronaldo Lopez against Dylan Cease. Who's got a thought in this one?
If somebody tells me to take Braves, I'll punch it in right now.
Me too. Also, I have the Mariners over wins, so I don't have to bet games like this.
You can't say that. So you know what I did for NBA? I did 2 units. For baseball, I just did 1 because I know I'm going to come across. Like if I'm on there for 200, $250, I'm more invested, call it, especially in NBA season where it's half the length. But baseball for $100 for the length of the season, I don't want it to interfere with day-to-day gambling.
Say that
Like
last part again.
it's wild for you to say I don't want to bet the Mariners today because I have their over. There's 161 games left. Like, who cares? If you like them today, bet them. That's what I mean for baseball. I just did one unit because I know there's going to come up spots where I want to bet a team that I already have a future on, and I don't want an excuse not to bet them.
Well,
Although maybe I should have bet more on it so I don't
listen.
lose 100 units in July.
I'm being silly. I would not bet a team if I liked them if I had their over wins. I did that with the Mets last year, and that was my only win total. I had 3 units on their over win total, but I still would bet them here and there. It does just suck though, because think about it. I have $200 on the Mariners.
Oh, I get it entirely. But that's why I'm saying I only want 1 unit for baseball because it's less of a justification not to fade them.
Beeve, I did see your plus 24 unit day. That's a great job.
Beeve, good God.
Dude, Beeve throws around 40 units every day gambling. He's a fucking school teacher. I mean, it's amazing life this guy lives. But
didn't he lose like 10 units on the Twins too?
Yeah.
So it was a crazy day.
Yeah, no, it was a great day. He did great on the hardwood. But listen, your successful days are awesome. Stop deactivating your Twitter when you lose. I want you to sit there and take it like a man. Although I know it's a bit, but yeah, no, Beeve is a very, I think I've said this, but Beeve is a very, probably one of the top tier entertaining gambling follows on Twitter. I've been a big Beeve fan. Even when he had like 3,000 followers, I was like, I think I even told him, I was like, how do you know? You should have more. And now I think he's got 15, which is great. He's been doing a great job. I literally want to die when I lose. It's not fun.
Dude, when his mom took over his Twitter for like a week, I was getting some wild DMs. Do you remember when Beef deleted his Twitter and he said my mom took over?
No.
She was sending some shit.
You're joking.
Yeah, of course I am.
Oh, dude, I don't know with you sometimes.
It's a mom joke, of course.
Yeah, but like you act all like fucking primp and proper and like fucking straight cut and jean jacket and like let's get down to business, and then you just pull something out of your ass. It's like it's just a curveball. I'm too high for that, bro. It's fucking noon. Anyways, yeah, great job, Beef. Also, I'll give you credit on the Bama wager was excellent. Bama said he said Bama skull fuck, and he was right.
Yeah, all right, I'm gonna have to beat Beef's card tonight for college ball.
Dude, don't let Beef's card influence you on anything.
So Beef's, and this is where I think a lot of the crowd for Twitter lives, and it's not a bad philosophy or outlook, but steak's hot, I'm just gonna jump on the steak train. Steaks get cold, I'm off, and steak train's crashing, but you're off the steak train, and now you're on the beef train. So just hop from. No, I'm just saying in general. If you're a generic bettor and you just want to go from flavor of the week, it's not a bad plan, because truly, like, you look at my shit, I'm sure you're the same way, like it's all ebbs and flows. It's not like slowly going up or slowly going down. It's like I'll have a couple good weeks and I'll have a couple bad weeks. So if you can just find the right time to jump on that pony. And Beef's as streaky as it gets. Dude, Beef hit, I think for fucking the first 8 weeks of the season, Beef hit every first touchdown score.
Oh, it was insane.
And then missed everyone after that. But when he was hot, he was fucking hot.
Well, the other day when he lost the greaser, he had a 10-unit bet on St. John's money line, which was brutal because I wanted St. John's to win. I don't root against. I don't get any happiness of people losing bets. I always want people to win. And he lost, and he was like 1-3 minus 14 units. I'm cashing out every other bet for the day. If he didn't cash out his bets, he would have lost another 14 units. I was like, oof, that's bad for Beef, because Beef knows ball. So like if Beef has like a really, like Beef goes like 7-8, it's like that, like I get that. But if he goes like 2-12, that's like a really bad day, which they happen to everybody. But it's like, damn, if somebody who you actually think knows ball gets wrecked, no one's safe. I've been on a slow decline for the past, I would say, month and a half, almost 2 months now. I'm not really that streaky. I'm actually like a roller coaster. I'll have like really good days. Dude, I think in October or November, I had 13 out of 15 winning days.
Damn.
And it was great. I haven't sniffed, Greg. I don't think I've sniffed a 3-day winning streak like since.
Really?
Yeah, it's been really bad. Maybe it wasn't November. Maybe it was January or something. But they were also like
Let's
small.
you got a little more time? Let's peek at the NBA board.
Yeah, I have a little bit more time. But then I have to shut it down. I need some
Yeah,
chicken
they're
soup.
just like 15 minutes because I have been, and
15
this is something.
minutes? I
15
can't
minutes,
give you
yeah.
15 minutes.
Oh, 5 minutes. Give me 5.
5 minutes, 5 minutes, 5 minutes, 5 minutes, 5 minutes. Yeah, great cash out, by the way. No, Primer, stop saying that. All right, what do you like? Talk to me.
I don't know. I haven't looked at it yet. I'm looking on my phone. I'm looking at your covers.
Stop fucking looking on your phone.
I like to look at different things.
Oh, okay. That's fair. That's fair. That's fair. I just don't like when we stream and like someone's head's down. I hate that.
No. Steak does that a lot.
I know, and I yell at him. Now he doesn't do it too much anymore. He got a second monitor, thank God. Send Beef the link. That's funny. Beef's camera shy. You called out Beef. He's cooked
Cavs are on it
tonight.
back.
Right. It's true.
Golden State minus. Whoa, the Pelicans are. I mean, that's a big number, but that's crazy to see the Pelicans getting a lot of love.
Greg, I saw you were on the Hawks yesterday. I love the Hawks, and then I saw everybody was on the Hawks. I said I'm out.
You know what I need to start doing in NBA? I try and be strict, especially now because it's the tail end. But I look and I say just pick one game, and the one game I like hits, and then I add another one. And the Hawks was that other one where I was like, man, the Heat just got up for Jimmy Butler coming to town. They're going to come out sluggish, and they did. But then they just rolled the Hawks because the Hawks aren't that good. And the Heat are scrappy, man. I actually looked at it a couple of days ago. I might take the Heat to make the playoffs because it was at like plus 320, I want to say, because they're going to get in the play-in tournament. But the Magic are crashing and burning. They can they're just sort of a scrappy team that I think can get in there in the 8 seed, and no one's giving them respect because they lost Butler.
They do not. Please hold on. They need the bedroom. Okay, sorry.
Yeah, none of the Eastern teams are up right now for futures. It's weird, but
so Cavs -5 on the road. I'm done fading the Cavs, so it's Cavs or nothing. Toronto 5.5 to Charlotte. Charlotte looked like shit against the Magic.
Don't even talk about that game. I don't care about that.
Yeah.
Like Clippers, when both teams are dead, I just write them all off.
I kind of like the Nets here.
Yeah.
Well, my reason for it is that the Clippers just beat the shit out of the Knicks. Kind of feel like they got up for that game. Are they really going to care about playing the Nets? They probably just.
Do you really want to bet the Nets in late March?
Well, they covered 5 in a row before dropping 2. I don't know, man. You just lost to the Mavericks and Raptors by 30 and 20. Like, this could just be a random ass game that they end up covering. But do I want to bet them? No, not really. I'm out.
Yeah, that's my point.
Golden State, no. Knicks at the Bucks.
I will say this. I first looked at it and I was like, oh, definitely Knicks. But the Bucks are banged up and the Knicks just clinched. So I might have to get involved with the Bucks here.
Okay.
You just clinched. You're in New York, and now you got to go to Milwaukee.
I respect it.
I think it might be Bucks POD.
Is Giannis back or is he out?
By this line, I'm assuming he's playing, but Dame's out, right?
Yeah. Dame has like a blood clot or something.
Yeah.
NBA
it might be the Nets. That might be my play.
You never know who the fuck's playing. Wolves -7. Everybody's got to be out for Phoenix, I would imagine.
Phoenix is so bad this year, though. They're so bad.
Nuggets playing relaxed. Utah plus the points. DJ, interesting. DJ, I know you're on Baltimore money line. I am too, but do you like their team total over? No, not necessarily. I don't know that I like the over in that game, Tyler. And I'm just fading the Jays.
Yeah. All right. I think it's the Bucks for me.
Okay. Greg says Bucks. One game only. One game. Everybody knows the rules.
Yeah.
All right. Greg.
You got any hockey futures?
I have some win totals. Let's talk hockey next week.
I meant like to win the cup. I don't care about win totals.
No. I have win totals. I don't have anyone to win the cup. I think it's going to be. I think the Panthers probably going to repeat.
Really?
Yeah, I like the Stars.
You always like the Stars.
Yeah, well, I always like the.
And then you bitch about Ottinger.
Yeah, he's such a fucking fraud in the playoffs, so I'm out. But I think the Knights could
I
do it.
kind of want to get involved with the Avs.
Yeah, I don't hate that. I like they got Mackenzie Blackwood in net. I like him much better than Georgiev. So I wouldn't talk you off that. All right, Greg, I got to give my vocal cords a rest. I got a call in an hour with Pickett. So check you later. Have a great day. Greg,
Later,
thank
buddy.
you for coming up.
Later, chat.
W Greg, W Subbanks, W Hype Train. All right, guys. Have a great day. Who's live right now? Who's live? TikTok, thanks for hanging out. Make sure you follow the page. I'll check you guys tomorrow. Peace. Let's get you guys over to is Owner's Box live? Yeah, we'll send you over to Owner's Box. Let's get you over to Owner's Box. I got to get some chicken soup in me. Feeling like shit. I fucking hate being sick. I really do. But I'm glad we powered through. That was good. That was good enough stream. Good enough Friday. You know what I mean? Owner's Box Sports. All right. You guys have a great day. Good luck on all your bets. Let's go, Ole Miss. Let's go Rays. Let's go Rays. Pepe out over K's. All right. Pepe out over fucking K's. Have a great day. Goodbye.